Hey YouTube, this is Ben Gessel. How's it going? I'm just heading home from actually teaching a horn lesson. I know that's not exactly kosher right now, but it's not like it's absolutely illegal. But yep, just traveling home here. Such a wild man. I'm just trying to, make money. So I've decided, by the way, to do some online lessons, Skype lessons with many of my students we're all like quarantined, kind of, more or less. Some people are completely quarantined by choice, others are a little less so, but anyway, governor's just been like, you guys stay home, but I'm not going to force you. I don't know, here in Washington. So I wanted to give a little bit more of an update because I'm doing some gaming, but just free stuff. As you know, I put out a review of Vampire's Fall, I think. It has a little vampire on the icon. And it's Vampire's Fall Origins, by the way. Vampire's Fall Origins. And I've actually got to the point where I'm halfway through the game. But that's saying something. I'm probably at a level where, I don't know how they plan the levels, but I'm probably at a level well beyond where they wanted me to be at this point in the game. So killing the boss at this halfway point in the game, more or less, was quite easy. So I think I've been really, really thorough. Even though I haven't done all the quests, not even all the quests in the first area. But I think a lot of why it was so easy was it got some mythic weapons. And I think I paid just a few bucks for some crystal shards and a few times, and I got some seriously good stuff. So it's probably a good idea to do that with this game. But sometimes, occasionally, you might be, because what happens is when you fight these main guys, they're going to drop treasure boxes, and it's a good chance if it's a more elite foe that's going to be they call it like a common item is like whatever, nothing. A unique item is like pretty good. But the top two tiers for that I know of for weapons and armor and other stuff in this game is legendary and mythic. So especially mythic. Mythic is the very top one that I've seen. But of course they require tons of crystal shards, and that's where you can get crystal shards sometimes in the game. You can get them by watching commercials a little bit, but the main way to get them is pay for them, and they give you a bunch of them. That kind of thing. Yeah, I know. So you can actually the game is still very playable without getting lots of shards. It's just that you'll be missing out on some of these big mythic equipment, and you can buy with gold. You can buy those mythic armor level type things and swords and things at certain blacksmiths. It's just that you have to save up some money for that stuff. And by the way, regarding money, you're going to probably need more healing. You can get healed for free nearby certain healers, but in the game. But you're also going to need some potions more earlier on in the game. Those healing potions, you won't need them. I'm not going to just throw them all out, but you get to a certain point, if you have a whole bunch of really amazing, weapons and armor and stuff, I got to a point a little while back in the game where I was just like, no one could touch me. And it's always after the battles that you can drink your health potions. You can't drink the health potions in the middle of a battle for some reason. Anyway, I wanted to also, I didn't want to make a spoiler video. I want you guys to try out this game for yourself. But all I can say is, you know, is also my previous review of the game, which, you know, I've played. As you know, I've played a fair amount of the game already. But there, I don't want to say, I don't want to refer to Twilight, but a lot of folks have been seeing vampires for quite a long time as being not just evil, but like, if you're bitten, you can't do anything about it, and you might find a cure some way. But vampires are just, you know, like everybody, you know, all the other creatures, right? If you a regular person get bitten by a vampire, you're still yourself. And so there's kind of like that kind of, there's always that thing about fantasy about trying to get more personalities or more moral alignments with different kinds of creatures, right? Making orcs good and making elves evil and all that kind of thing. Well, vampires, though, I don't know. A good vampire? I mean, I guess I could see it. It's just that it's a kind of a remote, it's just a little bit more of a remote thing in my mind. But, you know, wolves have fangs. We don't think of werewolves as being good, but werewolves, you know, in Dragon Age, they had a good werewolf, or a werewolf that was at least neutrally aligned. So you can have fanged good guys. It's not really the first thing that comes to mind when you think of beings that live on the blood of other animals, like, you know, humans, I should say, humans. At least for vampires. So there's that whole train of thought with this game. Like, you know, are vampires just evil? Can they just be evil, or can they also be good? Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this review, but yeah, it was quite an achievement, in my opinion, to get to halfway through the game. Some games were harder for sure. Some things, but the game is really, you know, I might actually increase my rating of 6 to a 7. But again, it's not the first game that I would go for. It's just the way that the colors and the tone of the game. And at least initially I thought it was going to be really dark and stuff. And I don't like overly dark games sometimes. It depends on the mood I'm in. But generally speaking, with video games, it's more fantasy, or it's nicer stuff. Anyway, leave me thoughts, comments below. Catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.